Hey everyone, so it is currently 8:07 p.m. and I am going to go see Venom Let There Be Carnage tomorrow with SpyroForLife. I'm going to try to record as much as I can. I can't guarantee I might get, caught up in the whole experience. I'm going to go get some sleep now, and I will talk to you in the morning.
6 hours later.
A whole new world. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far.
Unfortunately, we're flying too much. People want to find me, but bring in
Oh yeah, I'm going to take advantage of this. Cool. So, what?
Oh, did you want Cypher back?
Yeah, sure. This is Cypher, pet ball python. Say hi to the internet, Cypher.
You dare mock me, human. I hunger for flesh. I will strangle you in your sleep.
So, we just got back from Venom Let There Be Carnage.
I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
Your initial thoughts?
Simbrock Cannon.
Agreed. Tom Hardy is awesome as usual.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't really gotten out of this weird mumbly performance, but it, weirdly makes him more entertaining.
Yeah.
But,
and he's an anxious guy, so,
yeah.
it kind of fits.
Venom is awesome as usual. He was lots of fun. But we're all here for the new guy. So, Carnage. How does he compare to yours?
Yeah, he's not as unhinged,
Yeah, it's like, he's weirdly kind of tame in this one. And the movie is called Let There Be Carnage, so I assumed he'd be a little more...
Yeah, he wasn't as, horrifying, really, as he could have been.
Yeah, at least in your story, he was violent, but he also had a bit of cunning to him. There was this whole thing with him manipulating Sunset and all, but here he was... Do you even remember any quotes from him?
Not really. He was kind of... I remember him, obviously, threatening Shriek, but otherwise, he's kind of a yes man.
Yeah, Carnage the yes man.
Yes man.
That's exactly what we want from him. Now, Shriek, she's another new character, and... Yeah, I know, Cypher. I smell weird.
You smell like ass.
Shriek, I don't know much about her from the comics. See, I originally assumed that she was one of the characters who got her own symbiote. But it would seem here her big ability is screaming, and we were in the Dolby Theater, and oh my gosh. I remember there were people in the audience just covering their ears because it was it was loud, but it wasn't the entertaining kind of loud, It was just sort of piercing. Oh, by the way, this is a spoiler review. We're going to be going full spoiler territory, so if you haven't seen it.
Hello there. We
were talking about this in the car. It's a PG-13, and the director said that it would be pushing the limits. That one moment with Shriek trying to, gouge out Patrick's eyes, I guess that was pushing it?
Yeah, it was kind of pushing it, but I feel like they could have pushed it more for the rating.
And I feel like it felt like they were going to. If you go to the trailer, that scene where Carnage sticks his tongue down that guy's throat, that was longer. If you go to the trailer, it goes on for a few seconds, and they probably cut it to avoid an R rating. Yeah, it felt like with the PG-13 and all, they couldn't really do with this character what they could have done. Also, I forgot to say this while we were making the review, but Carnage's voice sucks. They were deliberately keeping his voice secret in the trailers, and they got my expectations up for nothing. My Carnage voice is better than yours, Sony. Suck it. And, spoiler alert, Cletus dies. He gets his head bitten off by Venom. So there isn't much chance of him coming back, or Carnage, because Venom reabsorbs him.
Another big difference.
Yeah, no, Carnage doesn't get off that easy in your version.
Well, I just find it funny, like, in my version, Venom was just like, I don't want that to be part of me again, just buries them. This one, he's just like, nom nom.
Exactly.
Nom nom, nutrients.
Yeah, but in your version, he was a lot nastier, too.
Yeah.
Like, he'd done some pretty horrible things. He kind of deserved what he had coming to him. See, it's weird, like, in this movie, he's also a spawn of Venom, but he's also kind of not. He was like an accidental, like, Cletus bites Eddie's hand and there's a blood transfusion that somehow creates an entirely different symbiote. I mean, like, they had all of those symbiotes in the first movie, and those were completely, like, they got basically no screen time. So they could have, like, done a little bit of retcon and say, hey, Carnage was among there, and that's what you did.
Yeah, and to be honest, I thought it would actually be kind of funny if they actually were going for it. Because, you know, when Venom made Eddie food and stuff, which they had that whole trailer for that, I thought it would have been funny if, like, Eddie actually was having food cravings, and then they could have actually foreshadowed, like, a spawning about to happen with, like, oh, pregnancy symptoms.
Fucking genius!
Oh, they need to hire me.
Eddie, we require pickles and hamburgers. Now, we are having cravings.
And speaking of those sort of rom-com-y tropes, this movie basically is a rom-com.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we've got this whole thing with Eddie and Venom trying to live together, and they don't get along. They have this lover spat about 20 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
They completely destroy his apartment, and Venom throws a fit and ends up destroying Eddie's motorcycle.
Yeah, which also, I feel like the way Eddie changed towards Venom was kind of weird, because, like, at the end of the first one, he seemed, like, fully okay with the idea of letting Venom eat, like, the bad people.
Deal is, you will only ever be allowed to eat very, very bad people, but never, ever, ever good people, all right?
Fine.
Whining in my ear all the time about eating bad guys, or like nagging me about Anne, or destroying my place, or destroying my life.
There's that bit in the movie where he goes to a chicken farm, he jumps out of frame, and you hear chickens clucking, and then he's spitting out feathers. Also, Sony, can we get Sonny and Cher in the next Venom movie, please? Or better yet, can they be in their own spin-off? Like, foreshadow them in that Morbius movie nobody cares about. As somebody who loved Carnage in the comics, Maximum Carnage is, like, one of my favorite stories. Woody Harrelson's a fantastic actor. I saw him in all the big movies, like the Zombieland movies, Kingpin, and a bunch of others I can't recall right now. Like, they could have done a lot more with him, and he was pretty crazy. He had this sort of poetic edge to him. He was kind of unnerving, I think. He was sort of, like, weirdly halfway to as freaky as he could have been, because Cletus Cassidy in the comics, he's, like, completely unredeemable. But here they weirdly try to make him more sympathetic, even towards the end.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I wasn't really buying it, but, you know.
Me neither.
It felt forced.
Yeah, it felt like maybe he was just trying to sweet-talk Venom into not killing him, which obviously doesn't work.
Yeah, plus, like, I kept waiting for it to kind of reveal more of a background between him and Eddie, but it seemed like didn't really have one.
Yeah, during that fight, when he was saying you only showed one side of the story, I thought they were going to reveal, like, wait, hold on, is there more to those bodies than we first thought? Like, was there a reason? Was he being, vilified by the media? Was there going to be some social commentary about that? But weirdly, no, he never goes back to that. So I thought, okay, maybe that was one of the many things that seem to have been cut. So let's hope for an extended cut on the Blu-ray. But all in all, compared to the Parasite, I think Venom Let There Be Carnage was like, come on, Sony, you could have done more. I mean, R-rated superhero movies they're in right now. I mean, with the Suicide Squad and Deadpool and Logan and all that stuff. Yeah. You could have done a little more, and they said they wanted to make it PG-13 to increase ticket sales. Well, right now the highest grossing R-rated movie is a comic book movie, Joker specifically. So it felt like they kind of wanted to take risks, but also kind of didn't. For a studio that's been pushing Venom for so long, since like the Spider-Man 3 days, once they've got him, they kind of don't want to do much with him. Yeah. So, all in all, honestly, I'd say just re-watch The Parasite. Doesn't mean, you're going to anyway. That's among my most popular videos. And by the way, she's the author, not me. I'm the one, I'm just the reader, okay? But for now, I give Venom a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, I can definitely see myself getting it on like digital or maybe Blu-ray.
Yeah, I don't know.
And putting it on when I feel like, you know, having a good time. I feel like I think it's gonna make a lot of money. The critics won't like it, but the audiences will. It's gonna be seen as a popcorn movie, and that's really what it is. But on the plus side, that post-credit scene, Venom in the MCU. That's all I have to say. Let's hope they do the alien costume arc properly, and we get to see Tom Holland versus Tom Hardy, Tom v. Tom. So this is Mr. Snark and SpyroForLife signing off. And I'll see you next time.
Yep. And remember, Sim brought canon.
Correct.